Hello, I am Jeroen Oge and I'm very excited to be part of KaiPlay 2020. Together with my co-authors, I am very proud to present you our paper, Tailoring Gamification for Adolescents, a validation study of Big Five and Hexad in Dutch. As you all know, gamification has found to be an effective motivational technique to engage users. Consensus is growing that gamification could be more effective when it is tailored to end users. This tailoring can be realized by taking into account things such as personality traits and gamification user types. The key challenge here is to construct valid models and accurate instruments. Personality traits are commonly modeled according to the Big Five inventory and measured with the BFI 44 scale or its abridged version BFI 10. The Big Five inventory contains 5 different personality traits. Gamification user types are modeled according to the Hexad framework, which comes with its own scale and contains 6 different user types. Zooming in on the population, we observed that adolescents are underexplored in gamification research. The Big Five inventory and Hexad have so far only been validated with adults. This is in contrast with the fact that adolescents exhibit complex behaviors which are different from adults. This led us to the following question. Are the Big Five inventory and Hexad actually suitable for tailoring gamification for adolescents? To tackle this question, we conducted a validation study in Dutch following 5 steps. We used a validated Dutch translation of the BFI 44 scale and an own translation of Hexad, which was back translated with 3 language experts. Next, we visited 6 schools to collect responses from over 400 adolescents between 13 and 19. Third, we filtered our data and rigorously checked all statistical assumptions that are needed to perform a factor analysis, which I will now present in steps 4 and 5. We started with a confirmatory factor analysis in which we tested the models by fitting them to the data. We found that the fit indices were mostly substandards. In the table, the orange fit indices were borderline, whereas the red fit indices were far below commonly accepted thresholds. We also found that many items had low loadings, as you can for example see in the path diagram of Hexad. Given the negative results in our confirmatory factor analysis, we performed an additional exploratory factor analysis, in which we analyzed the factor structure of our data. We started by looking at the existing factor structures and found that those were acceptable for BFI 44 and BFI 10. For Hexad, however, the factor structures were vaguely recognizable. In the table, you can see that many items were not primarily loading on the expected factor, indicated with the blue boxes, but on a different factor, or that they were showing cross-loading. Therefore, we also looked at alternative factor structures by iteratively pruning the items in the model. For Hexad, we ended up with 4 instead of 6 factors. In particular, we removed the free spirits type, and we also merged philanthropist and socializer. So going back to our question, are the Big Five inventory and Hexad suitable for tailoring gamification for adolescents? Based on our results, the short answer is not entirely. This opens a new question. Are these issues due to the models or to the instruments? For personality traits, we saw that the factor structure was acceptable, and this suggests that mainly the instruments need adaptations when used with adolescents. For the Hexad gamification user types, on the other hand, we observed more severe problems, and that is why we proposed an alternative model. In conclusion, we need reliable models and instruments to better tailor gamification for adolescents. Future studies should look into the issues that we revealed and should also verify whether our simplified model outperforms Hexad for adolescents. To help with this research, we published our unique dataset on GitHub. I would like to end with a call to the whole KaiPlay community. Being the next generation, adolescents have loads of potential, and I think we should acknowledge this more in our research, not only in the gamification domain, but in the whole of HCI. For more details and a more elaborate discussion of our results, we warmly invite you to read our paper. Do not hesitate to contact us via email or social media. We are looking forward to discussing with you how we can better tailor gamified applications for adolescents.